Hey, what's up? Scott Balkum here from Imagination Creation Films, and today we're talking about the new YouTube monetization changes. There's been a lot of discussion out there on the new 2018 YouTube monetization changes that just rolled out, and it's kind of a mixed bag on what people think about it. I'm going to give you my take here. But before we dive into that, I would love to ask that you subscribe to this channel because I'm trying to make a great community of filmmakers and future filmmakers, and I think you would be an excellent member of this community. So please just take a moment and click that subscription button. Thank you. So what are my thoughts on it? Well, when I first heard the news, I was a little shocked, and I immediately went out to my analytics and see where I fared, and I don't qualify. So with continuing and recent issues that YouTube is having with their advertisers, they have, for 2018, created a new system for qualification for entering their AdSense program. I think this has been brewing for a while, and with a recent video by a top-tier publisher on YouTube, I think it just kind of collapsed upon itself. And I believe YouTube is trying to walk content creators through the process and guide them along the way from start to finish so that they're essentially trained in the right way. So what are the changes? Well, they've gone now to you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12-month period. So that works out to a minimum of 240,000 minutes of watch time in the last 12-month period. And I would assume they're going to continue to watch that. So if you fall below that, they might pull the plug. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but that is kind of my guess. What are my thoughts on this? Well, my first reaction is, hey, this hurts because I'm not there yet. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on this channel. This channel's been around since 2008, but I've never really pushed it until this past year. I did some vlogging the year before, kind of playing around, just kind of getting my feel for it. And this is really more my area is education, short films, that kind of stuff. It's kind of a niche market, and it's not going to have fandom like some of the large vloggers. And, quite honestly, they've grown theirs over time just by doing either outrageous stuff or silly stuff or interesting stuff, or they just happen to catch that right viral wave. And, I'm not bitter about that. I don't care. I'm growing this channel organically right here. So if I get 1,000 subscribers, it's because there's 1,000 people that are really interested in the community that I'm building. If I get 10,000, that's even better. And this is a long, slow climb up the side of the mountain here, and I'm happy to do it. I've got the watch time pretty close. Next month I will have nailed that. It's not a problem. It's just the subscribers. That's been really slow growing in this. And that's why I ask at the beginning of the video now, and I'm going to start asking in the future just because. My negative thoughts on this is I don't think that it has been the small content creators that have been causing the problem. I look at my content. I'm not causing any problems. I can tell you that every video since October-ish has been flagged for demonetization, every single video that I put out. And I've had to go and fight and work to get it remonetized. And then sometime around December, I said, you know what? I'm only going to monetize just a small handful of videos, mostly because I don't want you put off by ads in front of videos. I want this community to grow. And it seems logical to just stop worrying about the monetization, except on some very larger videos that get a lot of views. And I figure that might be just the right stuff for monetization. The original problems came from PewDiePie and then recently one. And these are all the very, very, very top of the YouTube chain. And I find that ironic that they're penalizing those of us at the very, very bottom for what those at the top are doing. And at first I felt a little bitter about that it just felt like it was off. But I started thinking about it, and I really do believe that they're trying to train. Maybe train is the wrong word because that feels like a parent or a pet. but they're trying to establish criteria to which content creators will grow with. So if you're a fresh starting out content creator and you step out of line and they pull you back in and they keep doing this, eventually you'll stop stepping out of line and they will create a nice community of content creators that are advertiser friendly. There's a ton of channels out there, and a lot of people will look at YouTube and go, there's almost nothing on here that interests me. And you need to think about you as an advertiser, because essentially you are. If you're watching that, you have interest in that. That is what advertisers are interested in as well. So if you get ticked off by something that somebody does, then an advertiser gets ticked off, and that's where some of this money comes from. Now, I firmly believe in don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't rely on AdSense. Now, I personally am using several different methods to try and obtain some monetization from this content, but I'm not pushing it super heavily. A lot of you may not know I have a Patreon. I do. It's linked down below. Please feel free to go out there and support me via Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it. You know how many supporters I have right now? 0, because I've never mentioned it before. I'm okay with that. I'm not bitter about that. If you guys want to support me via Patreon, I'm fine with it. If you don't want to support me, I'm fine with it. I don't mind. I'd much rather have a community of people who are interested than a community of people that pay. That's not my goal. Another way is affiliate links. I do link to some stuff in my content down below, especially anything that's relevant. Some of you click on those links, and I appreciate it. You are supporting me in a small way. This is not my full-time job, but I would love for it to be. It's one of the dreams that I have is, as I'm out there making films, to bring you along and help educate you with what I have just learned. So maybe it'll stop you from having to make a mistake that I made. Another way for people to make money on YouTube is brand deals. And I'm not quite big enough yet, or I don't have the following or the reach that a lot of brands would be interested in. And I'm okay with that too. When I am, they'll come to me. I don't want to go knocking on their doors and saying, hey, support me and make me awesome because I'm cool. You know what? When I'm cool, they'll come to me, and I'm fine with that. So there's a lot of different ways you could make money, and those are far off. Those are long-term plans, not short-term. You're not going to get rich quick on YouTube, and you should never think that you are. If you do, you're in the wrong business. There is no get rich quick on YouTube. Sure, you might have a viral video, and maybe that viral video gets you into the monetization category, and maybe you can make $1,000 off that video. But can you do it twice? Because that's really what it boils down to. If you look at the top names that are out there, not the ones that are disturbing people or causing conflict, but the top names that are building a following, they're doing it slowly, and they're doing it with the same criteria. They're doing the same type of content every time. One of the people that I enjoy following is Peter McKinnon out there, because he's a great filmmaker and he loves to share, I think like I do, but he's built his community in about a year, but he's been doing it by being very consistent. He puts out very high quality stuff, and he does it on a regular basis. He interacts with his community, and these are all great things. This is what we content creators should be focusing on, instead of worrying about, did I make 12 cents on that last video, or did I make $12 on that last video? Really, when it boils down to it, you need to go out there every day or every 2 days or once a week or whatever regular pattern you're doing, and create the highest level of content you can create that day. I say it that way because every day I can't go out on a particular set and shoot something. Some days I'm stuck in here and shooting this, and I'm okay with that. Some days I'm in my studio shooting stuff in there, and that's okay too. Do the very best that you can do in the time that you have, and post and get that out there regularly. I am becoming a little more regular with my output right now. It's not coming out on a regular pattern, but it's coming out in a quantity per week right now that I can sustain, and my quality, I believe, is getting up there. I'm working on it every day, and I'm still like today. The coloring of me is probably going to be just a little bit different than the day before because I'm trying to find that look that I like for this channel, for the stuff that I shoot where I'm featured on it. So bear with me as the colors change over time, and if you happen to see a color that you like, put that in the comment section. I'm okay. I enjoy feedback. So really, get out there every day and concentrate on your channel, your content, you. Be comfortable with who you are. Get out there and be you every chance you can on camera. And they will come. The followers will come. The subscribers will come. The watch time will go up. And eventually you'll get into monetization. And because you have built you up over this time and you've been consistent and you've grown it organically, then you will be advertiser friendly and you will make some money on one of the various levels or all of the various levels of monetization that you can do out there. Don't fret. I'm not fretting over it. I'm going to qualify for monetization here soon. I'm fine. Like I said, I took most of my videos and demonetized them myself so that I would get more people watching it. Because people, honestly, if they don't know who you are, they're not going to sit through an ad. And I want people to know who I am. So that's my take on the YouTube new qualifications. And you know what? Don't sweat it. It's going to happen if you try. So as always, please feel free to leave a comment or question down below. I do read and reply to all those comments that show up, even if it's just to say thank you. Do click that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it if you do. I'm really trying to build this community. And if you could tell your friends about this channel, I would really, I'd give you a hug if I could. And also click that little alert bell next to it. That'll let you know every time I do post a video because you want to know, right? If you do like this video, give me a thumbs up because, hey, everybody likes thumbs up. Hey! Also, if you do want to support me via Patreon, you can find the link down in the show notes below, and I would appreciate it there. Feel free to click on any affiliate links down there. If you do, you don't, I don't care. It's no problem. I just put them there. If you want to support me that way, you can. If you don't want to, you just want to type in the model, I'm okay with it. It's not a problem. I'm easy. So, as always, this has been Scott Balkum from Imagination Creation Films, and as I like to say, don't let your passions center around your life, let your life center around your passions.